co-host Ian Weatherspoon loves Cocoa Crisp on Between Taorminas.
Hi. Welcome to the show. Hope you're well. I'm not. I just wish the Tigers could hit.
I know.
Just hit the baseball.
I know. Hey, they did.
Hit the baseball.
They did and make infamy today, if I recall. And I give a quote or a shout out to Mr. Roger Smith, who did tell me this.
What?
That the Tigers actually tied the most innings that they haven't gave up that they haven't scored runs in.
Did I want to know that?
I know it's not a good
I didn't want to
thing,
know that.
I had to tell you it.
You having fun drawing cartoons over there, honey?
Well, you gotta look at it here.
Yeah, look at it here. Yeah, why are you happy?
Why are you happy? It says Motor City, ouch. Reason why I'm saying Motor City, ouch, is because we all know the Detroit Tigers are down 2 games to 1 to Oakland.
Why did you get joy out of this?
Why are you happy? And to see I enjoy this to see Ian Weatherspoon go through pain and misery, like you put me through every single time when we have the show here. You put me through pain and misery. But here it is. One player has totally destroyed Ian Weatherspoon's confidence, and his picture is on here. His name is Cocoa Crisp. You know, Cocoa Crisp.
Oh my God!
See, look at that determination.
I'm walking off the set.
Look at that
I'm
guy.
out. It's him or me. He wins. I'm out. See you guys.
Look at that guy here. I mean, like he's the difference maker of the series. You know, yeah, Oakland had 3 home runs today, but his presence is making Oakland look good right now. Along with the pitching. I'm going to shed some light into this. Right now, Ian, as much as you don't want me to say this, bottom line is, and we talked about this, the A's are in the Tigers' head. You look at, but also the Tigers have a lot to blame for themselves, especially the offense. Game 2, Tigers should have won that game. Verlander pitched a gem. The Tigers did not get the hits. The hitting is what's killing them right now.
That's it.
It's mental. Oakland Athletics pitching staff is in the Tigers' batters' heads right now.
I don't know
The
if it's just
Tigers have
Oakland.
got to figure it out.
It's not just Oakland. Tigers have had trouble hitting the ball all year. They score 10 runs, they score 0 runs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You're either consistent or you're not consistent. The Tigers right now are proving they are not consistent right now.
I want to
Whereas
go back.
Oakland is taking advantage of it.
I want to go back to earlier in the year, okay, when the Tigers took their road trip to Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
Was it in May or April? It was early on, okay?
Yeah, early.
The Tigers looked great. I know they went 2-1 in the series, but they fouled off a lot of pitches. They worked walks. They hit home runs. They hit doubles. Bob Melvin said after the series, that's a team that's just complete, a good lineup, 1 through 9, right? No wasted at-bats.
Correct, you're right.
Where's that now? Why can't they hit?
A lot
They're
of
swinging
things
at
have
crap.
changed between
They're not walking.
April. A lot of things have changed between April and October.
But they can do it.
They're more than capable of doing it, yes. But a lot
They're
of it
paid
is
to do it.
mental.
Prince Fielder, how much does he make?
Prince Fielder's the one that's killing him.
What's he doing?
He's not doing anything.
He's doing nothing. He's hitting worthless singles.
Miguel Cabrera's struggling.
You know what? The man carried us, and he's hurt right now. He's doing
And
what
then
he
you
can.
got to look at here. The Tigers really had today one good inning. That was the fourth.
Yeah.
You know?
They gave it right
Otherwise,
back.
they gave it right back.
There's Van Gogh's painting for some reason.
There's Van Gogh's painting. This is why the Detroit Tigers are in deep, deep trouble right now. Because of Vincent Van Gogh.
Are we going to be sued by the Van Gogh
version
family?
Of the screen. Yes. Here's why. Because, here's why. Oakland's in their heads, and they can't stop Cocoa Crisp, and they can't stop the pitching. Anibal Sanchez, who the Tigers paid a lot of money to get,
He had one
had a terrible. This is
It was a
the
bad
game
outing.
he's supposed to have, and yet gives it 6 earned runs, 3 home runs.
It was a bad outing.
And now, if you look at it here, the Tigers season now hands in the fate of Doug Fister. There's reason to concern tomorrow.
Well, yeah.
There is concern because it's an elimination game. It's an elimination because all the expectations the Tigers have had, they're projected to win the World Series. That can go all in poof tomorrow, thanks to an Oakland Athletics team that basically, to be honest with you, is not impressive. They're not that impressive of a team.
I'm not that impressed.
They're not. If you look at Oakland, they're just nothing but a flash in the pan. The Oakland Athletics, obviously, they're being the better team right now.
Staff.
They are nothing. They should not be competing on the Tigers level. They should not be even involved in They should not have even won the West. Texas should have won the West. Oakland is just like a bunch of young punks that don't deserve to be here.
You got Josh Donaldson, Cestus.
They're a bunch of young punks
Josh
that don't deserve to
Reddick.
be here.
You know, those guys have had a history of doing well in these type of series. You got to look at what happened today. Josh Reddick. I mean, look at the series in Detroit. Oakland took 3 of 4 from the Tigers. They should have took 4.
Because their pitching's in the head.
They should have took 4 games. Because one thing here is for certain. Oakland, and ever since that series, Oakland has been a much different team than ever since that game that they lost to the Tigers. This is a game that I think, I think the Tigers are in big, 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 big trouble tomorrow night.
You want to bet you that there's going to be a report that comes out saying that Oakland's going to be investigated for looking into the Tigers' information?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I don't, because all teams do it. All teams are trying to read signs, and even if they are, so what? Change up your signs. You know what I mean? Flat out.
Do you think this is Leland's last game tomorrow?
No, because first off, I think they'll win tomorrow, okay? But even if they win this series somehow, they're not going anywhere if they can't hit the ball. Plain and simple, right? Their pitching's great. It's completely wasted. You know what it's like?
Annabelle Sanchez gave 6 runs today, 3 home runs.
All right, one time.
Okay.
You know what this Tigers team is like? The Michigan State Spartans. Great defense, wasted with no offense.
Hey,
Great pitching, wasted with no offense.
Michigan State beat Iowa this week, 26-14.
All right, well, Iowa stinks.
Iowa's not bad.
They're bad.
Not bad.
Michigan State's offense is bad. It's bad.
No.
All right. You think they'll win tomorrow, Tigers?
I think Tigers will win Game 4. I really do. I think the Tigers are gonna. I think the Tigers are gonna win again in Oakland. They won Game 1 at Oakland. Very impressive outing from Scherzer. I think they'll win it again in Game 5.
No.
They just got to play like
They
their
don't win
paychecks
tomorrow night.
dictate they should be
Don't win
playing.
tomorrow night.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about a nice sports hodgepodge right here on Between Taorminas. Back to Between Taorminas here on Orion Neighborhood Television. And you know what? The good news keeps getting better because we were all geared up to have a great sports weekend, right? Wings took a game in overtime against the Hurricanes. Tigers won against the A's, right? Friday night. Mm-hmm. Then Saturday rolls around.
The Dragons won against Rochester.
Beautiful. JV's dealing out in the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
then they, of course, lost. The next day, pulled the sign up.
No Megatron equals doom.
Yep. Lions looked good against the Bears. Had a great balanced offense between passing and running, right? Then you take the passing attack away, and there goes the running too, right? Reggie Bush
And
couldn't
the
do
continuation
jack
of
squat.
Well, they focused on Reggie Bush. We gotta give Green Bay's defense credit there, but
I blame Scott Linehan.
That's why he should be fired.
Not fired, but what
Scott
was
Linehan should be fired.
I didn't like what he did yesterday.
No.
I didn't like him continually trying to run Reggie Bush between the tackles. You know what I mean?
Well, why didn't I was a little surprised they didn't put Joy Bell and Reggie Bush in the game together.
That too. They started the game off. They started the game off
Because
that
you
drive
gotta
that
look at
way.
it here with Joy Bell and Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush gives you an option. He can catch the ball as well, and then you got Joy Bell, who can run it. You know what I mean? I was a little surprised they didn't do that against Clay Matthews and Green Bay's defense.
Sometimes
But I was very impressed
what?
with Lions' defense.
They
The
did
Lions
pretty
defense
well.
Did pretty well, actually.
A wasted
the
effort.
secondary did pretty well. There was a couple
Except
of
one bad play by Chris
Right,
Houston.
but I mean,
who's
for
not
the
a good
most part,
quarterback.
they did pretty well
But I think if you look at it here,
against the Packers in Lambeau, which is very hard to win.
I said this was one of the games the Lions would lose, and they did lose that game.
So what do you think the record's going to be at the end of the year?
Actually, I'm gonna say 10-6.
You're actually saying 10-6.
10-6. They'll beat Green Bay at Ford
I'm gonna
Field
say 9-7.
On Thanksgiving?
on Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna say 9-7.
And of course, the NFC East is very bad this year.
Yes, they are.
Lions got a chance to get some nice.
Well, they
wins.
play everyone in the East, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Giants,
Dallas.
Cowboys,
I don't think they'll
Eagles.
win. I think they'll win.
Giants still beat the
Hey,
win
Dallas
that.
is at
Dallas
home,
won't
man.
win. Dallas they won't win that, and then
Come on.
they've already beaten, and I think they're gonna beat Philadelphia.
And the G-men.
Yep, and New York. Yes.
All right. Well, okay. So basically, we just saw no Calvin, big problems.
They need Calvin if they're gonna win. If they're gonna make any type of run, they need
No
Calvin.
Bush problems. Right? He
Right.
didn't play in Washington, I know, but I don't
Drake
know.
Bell had a big
But
game.
Bell
there.
had a big game, so.
He did.
I mean-
He did.
But then the question is, does the Lions need another wide receiver?
I don't know if they need another wide receiver. They need
They need
they
somebody,
need some better scheming when Calvin's not there.
especially
Right.
Scott Linehan.
Right. He's numero uno. All right, the Wings moved to the East. Looked good the first two games. Lost in Boston. Kind of got shellacked in Boston.
Well, Boston's kind of the standard bearer in the East. No offense to the Wings. The Boston is kind of like
Right now.
they're one of the classy. They're like Pittsburgh. Boston's one of the class teams of the East, and I think it's not a bad loss early for the Wings to lose at Boston because it gives them the experience of this is a team we got to deal with in our division. It's a good learning experience and I think in the long run, this is actually going to be a good loss for them because they'll learn from this.
You gotta look at Detroit. I think I said Boston was gonna be the team to beat in the Atlantic Division this year. I said that Boston was going to do well. They got Zane Ochara back. Their goaltending is very good with Tuukka Rask. They're gonna be fine. I just think you look at with Detroit. I don't know. They could be second place team in that division.
That means still make playoffs.
But they could be a fourth place team. Who knows? Because you got Toronto, you got Ottawa, you got Montreal.
I think the Wings
in
are
there.
better than Toronto and Ottawa.
Doesn't it make it far more intriguing, though, talking about these matchups as opposed to Blue Jackets, Predators, Dallas?
Dallas is going
Colorado.
to be good. You just watch. Hey, Dallas. Hey, you know my Stars are 1-1 right now.
Ooh,
They're going to be better
frightening.
than what people think. They're going to be better than what people think.
How long have I known you? How long have I known you? Sixth grade?
Yeah.
I've been hearing this same spiel since the year 2000. Yeah.
And they're going to be good.
You notice how I'm not exactly talking very much.
Yeah, well,
but
you
my Avalanche are 2-0 right
I think
now.
you're learning your lesson.
No.
Yeah, I think you're learning your lesson.
I think, the Wings and the Wings and the Abs play October 17th in Denver. I'm looking forward to that matchup.
Yeah,
This
I'll
is
be
what
there at that game.
Ian
And the Abs
Weatherspoon,
that's in Denver.
I'll be there.
Ian Weatherspoon will be your next future.
But first, I got to take
Dallas
care of
Stars.
some Dallas Stars business.
All right.
We'll be loving the stars.
So what else do we want to talk about? Pistons.
The Pistons.
Pistons had an open practice. Were you guys
were there last week.
When?
You were there last week.
I was there for the media day, and I
yeah.
was there at open practice. I think they're going to win the championship this year. They're going to take down the Heat, sweep the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I don't know about that.
This is what I think about the Pistons. Chemistry.
You need a spell check, buddy.
I have no idea why, but
Because you spelled it wrong.
yeah. But here's the thing: Pistons got no. I mean, like, how is Josh Smith and Brandon Jennings going to fit in this system? You got to look at it here. I'm seeing got Craig Monroe and Andre Drummond.
Craig Monroe's playing basketball now? Greg Monroe?
Oh, Greg Monroe. Excuse me. But you gotta look at the Pistons here. I mean, if they don't have a lot of chemistry, Brandon Jennings is a ball hog. Josh Smith is selfish. Then you got they're gonna want the ball. This is a selfish team. They're not gonna be good defensively. Josh Smith doesn't like to play defense. Neither does Brandon Jennings. I'm gonna say the Pistons right now are a 9th place team in the Eastern Conference. I'm very, very curious to see how the Pistons do this year. I'm excited about the Chauncey Billups signing. I've stated that to you on multiple occasions. I think Chauncey Billups can run that offense. I think that
You think he's a starting point guard?
I think to start off, yes, but I think that ultimately they're gonna want Jennings to be that go-to point guard. I mean, Jennings does need some training. And this is an entirely different offense. So I mean, we don't know what type of offense that
New coach.
coach that Mr. Cheeks will bring in.
Cheeks, you mean?
Well, yeah, but don't forget he's also had some issues with the law as well. And I think that
bring back the bad boys. There's no problem.
The Tigers are obviously Rasheed Wallace coming into the system is a good hire. I think bringing back a little bit of that 2004 experience for the Pistons is actually going to help out very well with that team. I think that the Pistons will be a playoff team. I don't know if I see them being a high seed playoff team, but I can see them being more or less like maybe a 7th seed or an 8th seed.
Here's my projection for the Eastern Conference. Okay?
Oh, God.
You see here, there's no Pistons on here.
Yeah, wow.
But there is a Cleveland on here.
Yeah.
I think the Cleveland Cavaliers will make the playoffs.
Indiana at 5.
Yep, Indiana 5 seed. Got Chicago.
Why you got Cleveland making the playoffs?
Because they got a very good team. They got Kyrie Irving. I'm sold on him. The Cleveland Cavaliers will make the playoffs this year, and the city of Cleveland will not have to suffer anymore.
When are you moving to Cleveland? I will help you pack your bags, man. I'll load you up in the bus. Pack it all in there for you.
I think the Pistons are better than Cleveland. I think the Pistons are better than the Magic.
How in the world can you say the Pistons are better?
I think the Pistons are
How
better.
in the world can you say the Pistons are better than the Bulls and the Pacers?
I didn't say they were better than the Bulls.
They're not better than the Bulls
than
and
the
the
Cavaliers and the Magic.
I think if you look at it here, the Pistons are going to struggle this year because they don't have any chemistry on this team. None.
You know what they have now, though, for once in a long time? They got some talent. They got some boys that can play ball. So let's just let it happen. Let's see what goes on.
They're not stale either.
And I disagree with you about defense. They're going to be a darn good defensive team.
They will not be good.
Oh, they're going to own the glass.
No, they won't.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Andre Drummond.
You got Andre, you got Greg, you got Josh Smith, 3 bigs. Come on.
They got no bench.
You got no bench?
No bench.
You got some bench.
They don't have a bench.
They got a little bit of bench.
They don't have a bench.
They got some bench.
They don't have a bench.
I'll give you a bench. All right, hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about things on this show.
Hey, this is Mickey York from Fox Sports Detroit. When I want to get the inside scoop on local sports, I watch Between Taorminas or Fox Sports Detroit.
We own a Habitat home.
I love working on my Habitat home.
Soy dueño de una casa de Habitat.
My neighbor is a Habitat homeowner.
Being a Habitat homeowner has changed our lives.
My mortgage payment for Habitat is less than what I paid for rent.
Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County currently has homes available with mortgage payments lower than most rent payments. If you or someone you know needs decent and affordable housing, call 248-338-1843 or visit our website at habitatoakland.org.
Hey, welcome back. Last segment. I can still catch a tail end of happy hour. All right, hey, yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Here's something for you to talk about.
Oh,
We submitted numerous ONTV programs to the Alliance for Community Media Philo Awards. One show came back a winner.
we won.
We won.
What did we win?
We won.
This nice little plaque.
Oh,
We won.
Congratulations.
wow. Hey, great. Hey.
Ian actually got it, actually.
So we're going to hang this one on our
say
wall.
your name,
but
Ian,
you'll
out
get
here.
copies.
Now,
Oh,
where's that?
wow.
So-
Oh, that's a picture of you, though, there, Sam. That's nice. Yeah, they put you on there.
That guy invented television or something.
Oh, that guy invented television. Well, we perfected it, eh?
Thank you
on.
very, very much,
Congratulations.
Hey, wow,
Thank you,
back
Joe.
to the show.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
For
okay,
show
wow.
77, awesome.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
that's nice. Isn't that nice? What? Campy's episode.
Oh,
So this is for Campy then.
Yeah, I'll have to show
Wrong
that to him.
name. All right, cool. Huh, well,
Talk about the Dragons here.
let's talk about the Dragons. They won a game.
They beat Rochester 41-20. Obviously, I would say you got a switch for the Dragons defense.
Yeah, it's either hot or cold. Basically, it's like
Thule and E would kill you, but go ahead.
It's like basically like their defense is basically like an on switch or an off switch because there's been some times that they really look like they're disinterested, especially in the first half.
They're young. They're a young defense. They're a very young defense.
I mean, like, you got to look at it here. I mean, like, last week against Rochester, you see Rochester quarterback, Kevin Bird, passing it to McGee.
Right.
And for a 61-yard slant pass. You tell me, I mean, like, that's week one mistakes right there, and you can't have that, especially when you're playing a team like Clarkston. Who's
I
gonna
will
do that to you?
mention that in a little while, but yes, I do agree with you that those mental mistakes, obviously as a young team, you're going to learn those. You're going to make mistakes like that, but I mean, obviously you're right, they do got to clean up some kinks. The Dragons offense, not too bad. Corey Esther is on a roll right now.
I mean, you got to look at it here. The offense is fine. I mean, last two, but you got to look at their first half has been an issue. You know what I mean?
Right.
When they played Troy last week, 2 weeks ago,
Right.
17 points. And then they played Rochester last week, it was 19 points.
Right.
That's a concern. You just can't rely on the fourth quarter to save your necks all the time. Because even though in the fourth quarter they've outscored their opponents 49-0 in that quarter, in that money quarter, you just can't rely on the fourth quarter to save yourselves, especially when you're in a close game turning into a blowout.
He's right. I mean,
So you don't think the playmakers can bail this team out?
they have the capabilities of doing it.
Well,
yes.
they've done it, it seems.
They've done it, yes.
But
They can,
as you get a little later in the year,
But,
it's
I
a
mean-
problem.
especially with Clarkson and the crossover game, that's going to have
and then
to change.
playoffs.
And then playoffs is going to have to change.
Well, this week they play Pontiac for homecoming. Pontiac, 25 kids on that team.
What?
I'm not sounding arrogant or anything like that.
Can
but
I join?
Yes.
I want to play on the team.
I think
They need
that
help, I'll play.
the worry that I have about this is they're going to get overconfident because Pontiac only has them. And these are hardworking kids. But, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
you got to
too
take
bad.
Pontiac seriously.
All right, well, I see that. Oh, God. Okay. Well, that's just rude.
Okay, you
That
ready
is
for my
just-
projection?
That's rude.
I'm excited to see the second and third string guys play next week.
Here's my projection
really
for the
am.
week.
God.
I'm going to go Lake Orion, 56-0 over Pontiac.
That's going to be tough to watch.
All right, well, it's pretty safe to say we think they'll win, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
All right.
pretty safe.
Well, anything else about the Dragons, or should we hit
Let's
it?
go right to call-outs.
Let's go to the
'cause
call-outs.
All right. My challenge this week is for the Lake Orion Dragons, the football team. Why? Simple. For 3 weeks, you have not played your best football. I will say that I believe you have not played your best football. You've yet to play it. You've yet to have the complete game. Obviously, there is a concern. Obviously, with you're playing Pontiac this week, it's going to be kind of hard to tell. I'm looking forward to seeing the second and third string guys play, But I'm really concerned about how we're going to play against Clarkston. I'm really concerned about how we're going to play against the crossover and then in the playoffs. You've got to have that complete game. Everybody's got to be clicking on all cylinders. Lake Orion football, now's the time. You guys need to be clicking on all cylinders, and you need to be playing your best game. I think you can do it. See how you do. Let's get it done.
Well, you know, you look at my call out. It's basically going to say the what I'm going to basically say is I'm a little disappointed with the fashion statements this week on the team. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm going to say I'm going to call out the
say something. Quit writing here.
I'm going to call out the Lake Orion Dragons road uniforms. Lake Orion Dragons road uniforms what? As you can look at my list here, my direct message to Coach Bell. And this is what I'm going to say. Sure, I understand it's illegal to have these, but you said last year that you wanted to be something different. You wanted to be something different. Where's the elbows and the jerseys? The jerseys were green. The greens were. You wanted to be like Michigan State. I understand it's illegal, but you had the elbows like in green last year. I'm a little disappointed about it. Bring it back! Please! Your road jerseys this year are too plain! Too plain! And then, of course, my last call out, of course, this guy, of course, he's going to be on our show next week.
Along with Mr. Reese.
Along with Mr. Reese, Bill Reese. And this guy's name is Dan Fife. Dan Fife! What?
Oh,
Let's look at it here. I know you went to Michigan. What in the world is that? We all know, Deep. I can show you at least 3 games where Michigan looked horrible. They looked horrible against Appalachian State. They looked horrible against Toledo. Heck, they even looked bad against Akron. Who is this guy? Who are you?
We're going to find out next week. Because Mr. Reese and Mr. Fife are both coming on the show next week. And it's going to be very, very interesting to preview Lake Orion and Clarkston. And I'm very, very curious to what Fife will have to say to you. And especially in response to this call-out.
Yeah. And
I'm deeply confused.
Why?
You called out Fife because of his Michigan beliefs.
You called out shoulder pads earlier?
No, I called out jerseys, football jerseys.
Oh, okay.
I called out football jerseys. Why would they're too plain? Those football jerseys are too plain on the road. The road jerseys, the home jerseys, the new home jerseys look great. The road jerseys are too plain.
Okay.
I'm happy about this award, though. I mean, Show 77, the one that we had Coach Campy on, that was amazing. To be recognized for that award. I'm really happy about that. I'm really excited for it. It's this kind of a prestigious. This is not kind of. This is a prestigious award, and
I hear it's one step short of an Emmy.
It's getting
right below the Emmy.
It's getting there.
Congratulations, Sam. Congratulations, Ann.
In 2 weeks we've got our 2-year anniversary. 2 years.
You're gonna have to. I'm speechless.
I know.
I can't believe I'm still alive.
I can't believe it either.
All right.
I can't believe it either.
Well, say goodbye to everybody. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. God bless Lake Orion. God bless everybody else wherever you are.
Happy homecoming!
And see you for now. Have a great night.